VoxWave now features a streaming radio media player on our website's front page, where local artists can get their music played 24/7. For more information on getting your music in rotation or to perform live at our studio, contact Reg Gaskins at 240-832-4455.
Android users, the VoxWave app is now available in the Google Play Store. Download the app today on your Android device to listen in and view programs.
Business owners looking for a place to advertise your business and promote your products and services? VoxWave is the right place. We have over 10,000 views a day and 70,000 listeners a month. For more information, contact Reg Gaskins at 240-832-4455.
Vox Radio, along with Then Sings My Soul Productions, is pleased to announce Wyoming Paris's Then Sings My Soul musical. The TSMS group is seeking support in our movement concerning domestic violence. This soul-stirring stage production is not to entertain, but to educate, encourage, and help eradicate this horrible disease that's plaguing women, men, and children who are affected daily in households across the world. Please join us in supporting 3-year-old Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund. Skylar's grandmother was murdered by her fiance, then leaving Skylar's mother at age 3 to be raised by her uncle and maternal grandmother. To make your tax-deductible donation to a Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund and for ticket information on Then Sings My Soul stage play in Brooklyn, New York on May 5th and 6th, visit thensingsmysoul.org. That's www.thensingsmysoul.org. Vox Radio, along with Then Sings My Soul Productions, is pleased to announce Wyoming Paris's Then Sings My Soul musical. The TSMS group is seeking support in our movement concerning domestic violence. This soul-stirring stage production is not to entertain, but to educate, encourage, and help eradicate this horrible disease that's plaguing women, men, and children who are affected daily in households across the world. Please join us in supporting 3-year-old Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund. Skylar's grandmother was murdered by her fiance, then leaving Skylar's mother at age 3 to be raised by her uncle and maternal grandmother. To make your tax-deductible donation to a Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund and for ticket information on Then Sings My Soul stage play in Brooklyn, New York on May 5th and 6th, visit thensingsmysoul.org. That's www.thensingsmysoul.org.
Enhance your listening experience. VoxWave.com.
Check out all your favorite shows at VoxWave.com. On Mondays, we keep it moving with The Kim Show from 11 to 1 p.m. Then it's time for a change with Sherry and Mignon, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then, in the end, we win with Curtis, 8:15 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. On Tuesdays, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Start your afternoon with The Wealth Zone with Raymond Starks. Then it's Cooking with Flavors with Chef Flavors, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. And treat yourself right with My Spa Bath and Body, hosted by Margaret Harris, 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Up next is Slick Daddy Rick, Heartbeat Congo Hour, rocking from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Then on Wednesdays, you can't miss Impact the World with Cheryl Woods, 12 noon to 2 p.m. And then from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m., we got Slick Talk with Oscar D and It's the Kid. Then from 8 to 9 p.m., we crank it up with Live Set Wednesdays, hosted by Reg Gaskins. And after that, 9:15 to 10:15 p.m., the BGKH Show with Dominion and Epic. And check out our Thursday lineup, starting with You, Math, and Me, hosted by George Randall, from 10 to 10:30 a.m. Then from 7 to 9 p.m., the 640 Evening Show with DJ 640. And on Fridays, we start out with Peace in the Morning Show with Darius A. Stan, co-host Delicate Daryl Barnes, and Queen of Sudabed, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. From 10:30 to 11:30, The Hall Street Journal with Robert Hall and co-host Clarence Sanders. And after that, you know we gotta check in with Chanel's 3 Cents, 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Up next, from 3 to 4:30 p.m., Daryl Allen Hairston II Crime Victims Foundation Show with your host, Daryl Hairston. Then, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. is The Rush Hour with DJ Drew and Janique. And from 9:15 to 11:15 p.m., you can't miss Different Mind Show with Bam 640 and DJ Andre Michael. co-host Hillary Banks. Then start out your Saturday mornings with the Healer Blues Show, hosted by Ron Jackson. After that, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m., the Hour of Power with Reverend Winters Rogers. Then, from 11 a.m. to 12 noon, it's time for prayer, praise, and deliverance with Elder Thurman Gorman Jr. Four Sisters Live Talk, 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. Then every second Saturday, listen to Turning Dreams into Reality Talk Show with Tashika L. Green, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. After that, from 3 to 4 p.m., we walk in newness 24/7 with Missionary Antoinette. And don't miss, from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m., News, ULM News and Analysis, Information, Sports, Black History, with your host, news anchor Roderick Carter Withers, 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Then, from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m., it's time for DJ Rick, the CEO of Step Your Game Up, the Youth Project, co-hosted by DJ Main and DJ Lohefe. And then, at 7:45 to 8:45 p.m., it's time for the Fantastic Live Show with MC Fran. And starting out on Sundays, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., I am Dr. Sharon Show with Dr. Sharon. And every first Sunday, from 3 to 4 p.m., it's the Riri Williams Show, Fashion and Style Hour. And every third Sunday, check out the Tea Talk Show with Dr. Akita Pearson, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Then it's time for Real Talk 101, 6 to 8 p.m. And from 8:15 to 9:15 p.m., we're tuned into the Gospel Live TV show with Glory Mello. Stay tuned to Vox Wave, where you can find all your favorite shows.
The world's #1 streaming music station, VoxWave.com.
Let's stay real close till the end. Forget afternoon. Go ahead, you in.
Woo, I'm in charge.
You're in charge.
Our girl is gone.
It's hot.
She's away.
They were doing too much. They were doing too much.
Look,
They were doing too much.
Is somebody knocking at the door?
Somebody. Lord Jesus. Loud and wrong. Okay. That's how we do things.
Look, we are live, and our girl is on travel. She had left us, right?
Yeah. But we're going to catch up with her in about a week, guys.
No, I think she's going to be calling in.
Oh, she's going to call in.
She's
We're
going to
catch up with her.
All right. Well, guys, this is for Sisters Live.
Hey, I'm Linda.
I'm Peg.
And I'm Charlene.
Welcome.
Welcome.
And look at the ladies in the studio.
We got a big studio here. Hey, everybody. Woo.
And I think we got somebody standing at the door.
Somebody's knocking at the door. Can we'll let her in?
Gonna let her in?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
You know, it doesn't look right because there's only 3 of us.
That's okay.
I miss my girl.
She's here.
She's here in spirit.
She's here.
In spirit.
Hey, girl. How you doing? She's here.
She got to rock with us, you know.
She's rocking with us. I felt her.
You felt her.
I am so proud of my girl. She is on her way. She's going to New York.
To New York.
And then, is it Delaware? Delaware and then New York?
Yeah, I think. No, she's going
to Delaware.
She's going to be in New York. I know that for sure.
She's in Pennsylvania. Because the show supposed to be in Pennsylvania.
We're gonna let's start in New York. She's in New York.
She's in New York.
New York,
She's
guys,
somewhere
and
over
we'll
the
be
rainbow.
there
Yes.
next week. So
That's right. We're gonna spend some time with her next Sunday. What's the name of the play? Y'all guys know the name of the play.
Then sings my soul.
Then sing my soul.
Sound like Soul
You know how she
Train.
does it, right? Like as in Soul Train. That's right.
Soul Train. Okay, cool.
Okay, we're dating ourselves.
Oh, guys. Okay. Yes. Let's take a few minutes to just talk about what you've been up to. What you do this week?
What I just do. Like, I'm so hot. I just left. Shout out to my boy over there at First Baptist Glenarden, Stephen Hurd.
Stephen is one of our members
He
for the
is.
National Convention of Gospel Choirs and Courses.
And he should be.
Yes.
Yes.
Bad brother.
Yes. So he
he's
just
a
got
national
ordained.
officer, as a matter of fact.
Yes, he just got ordained as a reverend at the First Baptist Glenarden.
Well deserved.
Wonderful.
So I was there to witness my brother and just break bread a little bit. You know, you always have to stop in. You know,
You got to check in.
Yeah, and this week, you know, I also got a chance to actually get to know the great, you know, C. Anthony Muse. I got to look at who this man, you know, who he is in his life, and I never heard his story. And I think before we judge anybody or before we decide we want to vote for anybody, I think you need to hear their story.
Yeah, you
I mean,
gotta
really
learn
hear
what's going on.
What's going on? Like, look at their record, but listen to their story. I think that's super important. You know, I'm in public affairs, and a lot of times people connect with you because I'm in the same organization as you are, and I'm this. But get to know the person, you know, because I can be in a lot of organizations, but if my heart is not for the cause that I'm standing for, you know what?
Doesn't mean nothing.
It doesn't mean anything.
That's
and so it was just a pleasure just to get to know him and a couple of the older senators and city councilmen. I was like, oh my God, I feel so honored. They're like, Shirley, you going into politics? I'm not. No. But I'm smart enough to know this because I'm an entrepreneur and I'm in that public affairs arena. You do need to be connected to the community, and you need to know what's out there. And you do need to know politics, you know, because politics and business do mix. I don't care what nobody says. That's where money is made. That's where the deals are made. And that's why half of them are in office right now, because they run small businesses while they're in office, and innocent people like me say, I want to be the next senator of the United States and I'm going to make some change. By the time you get up there and you all that's changed. Years ago, you're like, oh, this is business.
We wonder why you want to be in that office. That's right.
You know, it's so funny. Last night I was at an event. I was there for Jamela Wood, who's running for state senator for Legislative 26. And I presented her with a honorary membership of Sisters for Sisters Network.
Wow.
Because I told her, look, I was in Annapolis back in the 70s. Okay. I know what it's like down there. It can be very cold. Very dark. When you don't have any cheerleaders.
That's true. Okay.
So I just told her, I said, look, when you get to the point where you're ready to pull your hair out, you want to scream, you got our number, call us, because I'm going to bring some sisters down to Annapolis.
Yeah, because we'll scream with her. Be like, y'all screaming now, you know, like with serious. We will scream with you. Seriously.
We have to support our sisters
and
our brothers.
And our brothers.
And our brothers.
Yeah, no matter who they are, it's very important for us
because
to
they have a
support
platform, but most importantly, make sure that platform is about what your platform is.
Exactly.
And please don't forget our youth. We have a young person in the audience today. Woo! That's right. Those letters, they mean something special? No.
I discovered they mean nothing special because they're not North Carolina A&T.
We have I said, woo. What grade are you in?
I'm a
Senior.
Oh, wonderful.
Where? In high school. What high school? Elizabeth.
Oh, dear.
Elizabeth Seaton's in the house, y'all. Come on, y'all. All right, just want to make sure we give you a shout out because it's most important that everyone knows that we're not just about the adults in our world. We're about the children, and we all have to make. This is our future. This is our future. Right. She might have to speak. You don't know. You might have to speak today.
She might be sitting up.
That's right.
Sitting right up in here, educating and empowering
right. We
our
want to hear
community.
what you have to say. You know, were you a part of the march? Okay, all right, but you know, so many young people are marching and they're standing up for what they believe, and this is awesome.
Yeah,
they have to, because their world is being developed right now and it's being formed, and they see it a little differently than we have seen it. They have the vision, and we have to give the vision to them. So kudos to our young people.
Yes, indeed. Right. And funny, last Saturday we had an anti-bullying conference or workshop in the office.
It was so good.
It was awesome.
It was so amazing.
Yes.
I want to tell people. I want to say something.
Say something, because your son was there.
Yeah, my child was there, and he it blessed me because I didn't know how serious it was. So I'm just going to share this with parents. Every parent should be educated on cyberbullying. They should be cyber safety. And we had two very important people there that, you know, they basically disguised themselves as 12 years old on the internet and 14-year-olds to talk to your children, because they're trying to get after the other ones that are trying to get after your children.
Right.
And so they set these predators up. So you may be thinking that if you're a young person out there, you may be thinking you're talking to that 14-year-old that goes to the school, you know, in D.C., and he's hot and you're hot. But you could actually be talking to an FBI agent. You can talk to a special agent that's trying to protect you.
Right.
The other thing that he talked about is that if you open up an ad, you know, and it's kind of like pornography. Okay, kids know what pornography is. You know, okay, so great. So if they hit that button, you know that they're held liable for opening up that.
That's right.
Are the parents held liable?
And the parents are held liable. And the parents are held liable for that as well. Yeah. And they can knock on your door, arrest your child, and arrest you.
Yes.
And then it can confiscate every computer in your house, including the TV that is connected to.
Right.
That's right.
For investigation. So this is very serious.
Hint. Watch your children. Make sure you know where they're going.
Get their passwords to their emails, because
and all of them have phones.
Yeah,
just about. So smartphones. So they, you know, sometimes they're going in on their smartphone. It's not just their.
They set up their own emails now.
And they're very savvy. They know how to get in and out. You know. So we have to just have that talk with them and just let them know the consequences. Yeah. You know, and how it can also follow you in life. Because of depending on how serious the defense, you know, what happens or what you get accidentally involved in, it could follow you towards your next job, your next school that you're going to. So make sure that parents that you talk to, just have a casual talk on a regular basis with your children about what are you listening to, what are you looking at on your TV, on the telephone, and on your computer.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yes, more.
We have a phone call.
We have a phone call? Oh, okay.
I
wonder, is that her?
We don't know. Let's see.
Is that?
You think that's the other person?
Who's on the line?
Who's on the line? I wonder who.
We got a missing seat over here.
Is that you, Y?
Yes, darling. This is I.
Hi. How you doing? We miss you.
We miss you.
But your seat is here.
I miss you guys too. It's so strange for me not to be there on a Saturday. You guys are my life now.
I know. It's a Saturday life. It's a new life for all of us. And we miss each other when we're not here. That's true.
Oh.
What's going on?
But I'm just here in York, Pennsylvania. As you know, I mentioned last week that we have auditions.
I listened to you.
That we have holding today here in York, Pennsylvania for Then Sings My Soul.
Okay.
Which we will have here performing in June 23rd, 24th weekend. So I'm here with the director, Cal Weary. I'm here with my assistant, and also she's part of the cast, of my original cast, Tanja. And so we're here holding the auditions today, all day. So it's fun. I'm having a good time, and I definitely wanted to take time to say hello to my lovely sister, see how things are going, and, you know, just let you know I love you guys and thinking of you.
Hey, tell us, where are the auditions so we can send some folks to you today?
Well, we're at 118. The address is 118 West Philadelphia Street in New York, Pennsylvania.
York?
WAG Studio. WAG, W-A-G Studio. WAG Studio.
WAG Studio.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And anybody want to come through, of course, give them my number, which I'll give the number anyway, 202-361-8556.
Okay.
So anyone that's near and around the York, Pennsylvania area, just stop through. We have people who are going to be coming in throughout the day, but feel free and audition for us. We'd love to have you.
What time does it end? Yeah. What time?
What time does it end?
The audition ends at 5, and then we're going to do callbacks relative to, you know, those who we've seen throughout the day, and then we'll do some callbacks. But, yeah, so we're here up until at least 7.
We should go. Okay. We should go audition.
It's a long day.
You should go and audition.
I was just going to say that.
You want to go audition? Me and Peggy coming to audition. We'll be right there.
We're going to be the backups.
After the show, we want to be.
After the show.
I want to be an extra. That's all. I just want to be an extra.
Y'all extra. All right.
Extra love. We got it.
Extra funny. That's it.
Oh, we miss you, girl.
Okay.
I know. I miss you guys, too. But I would be remiss if I did not mention the Then Sings My Soul will be in New York at the Black Lady Theater next Saturday.
Right.
May 5th and 6th. You all know about that.
Yes, we do.
So we'll be in New York, Brooklyn, New York, next Saturday and Sunday, and we are ready to roll. We're ready to rock and roll. So please continue to support us. We know talking about domestic violence and trying to do what we do to spread the message, you know.
What time is the show in New York?
The show times in New York is Saturday at 2 o'clock and a 7 p.m. show.
Okay.
And then Sunday, one show only, and that's at 7 p.m.
Hey, what's the address of the theater?
The address in Brooklyn, New York Theater is 750 Nostrand, N as in Nancy, Ostrand, Nostrand Avenue.
Okay.
Brooklyn, New York, yes. And it's called, again, the Black Lady Theater. So for more information, just go on their website and theblackladytheater.com.
Okay.
And guess what? I met a young lady last night that I need to make a connection with. She's from New York, and she is doing some Broadway plays.
Oh.
So I definitely want to connect you two, okay?
Definitely, and hopefully she'll be able to come out either one of those, the shows.
Right.
So let's connect when I get back, Peg, and see how we can make that happen.
We sure will.
All right.
Right.
All right, girl.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
I love you guys, and you all continue to have a great, blessed day. I want to say hello to our guests. Thank you for coming. I know you had a good time.
Hey, we got a full house today.
I know. Where's Keisha?
I'm here.
She's here.
She's here.
Hey, Keisha, how are you? And all the other ladies, thank you all for coming on to the show. And you all continue to have a blessed day today and have fun. Has it gotten 80 degrees there yet?
Just about.
Not yet. It's nice out.
It's hot.
I know that's right. Okay, well, y'all carry on, and then we'll talk soon, okay?
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay, love you guys.
All right, guys. All
All
right.
right,
So
let's
I
take a
think that's a
break.
good time
Okay.
to take a break. And
Take a break.
Thank you, guys. We'll be right back with
back.
some exciting news.
All right.
Yes.
Woo. All right. It's exciting.
along with Then Sings My Soul Productions, is pleased to announce Wyoming Paris's Then Sings My Soul musical. The TSMS group is seeking support in our movement concerning domestic violence. This soul-stirring stage production is not to entertain, but to educate, encourage, and help eradicate this horrible disease that's plaguing women, men, and children who are affected daily in households across the world. Please join us in supporting 3-year-old Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund. Skylar's grandmother was murdered by her fiance, then leaving Skylar's mother at age 3 to be raised by her uncle and maternal grandmother. To make your tax-deductible donation to a Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund and for ticket information on Then Sings My Soul stage play in Brooklyn, New York on May 5th and 6th, visit thensingsmysoul.org. That's www.thensingsmysoul.org. Vox Radio, along with Then Sings My Soul Productions, is pleased to announce Wyoming Paris's Then Sings My Soul musical. The TSMS group is seeking support in our movement concerning domestic violence. This soul-stirring stage production is not to entertain, but to educate, encourage, and help eradicate this horrible disease that's plaguing women, men, and children who are affected daily in households across the world. Please join us in supporting 3-year-old Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund. Skylar's grandmother was murdered by her fiance, then leaving Skylar's mother at age 3 to be raised by her uncle and maternal grandmother. To make your tax-deductible donation to a Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund and for ticket information on Then Sings My Soul stage play in Brooklyn, New York on May 5th and 6th, visit thensingsmysoul.org. That's www.thensingsmysoul.org.
And we got some more sisters in the house.
Oh, we got a full house here for real.
The sisters too.
Yeah. Yes. And look who's here.
Keisha.
And look who's here.
Talk about it.
And this is
Sharon Bullock.
All right, Sharon.
And this is
Keisha Martin Burney.
All right. Welcome.
Keisha is very special to us because she is one of our sponsors for Sisters Live. So
because of you.
We love you. We love you.
Yeah, we're here.
Oh my God, so good. Well, you know, as you know, Y is not here. Y takes the lead, so I'm feeling a little uncomfortable.
Okay, hey, it's on you. That's
okay.
It's all right.
It's on you.
We'll help you out, though.
Oh, okay, that's what you're supposed to do. You got to have my back.
We got your back.
You got to have
and
my
your
back.
front. We got you.
That's a no-brainer.
And,
look, let's be for real. Let's talk about this sister right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Keisha, we are so proud of you.
Yes, we are.
Thank you.
And I've been on Facebook this morning, and I saw some good stuff about you.
I saw that.
I'm like saying, this is what I'm talking about. We have sisters that are doing it. And just take a minute, introduce yourself for those who are not familiar about what you do. And we'll have a question or two for you.
My name is Keisha Martin Burney, and I'm with the Martin Burney Group with Remax Realty Center in Olney. So I am a licensed real estate agent. I have been selling real estate. Well, I'm a real estate consultant, let me say that. So, and I've been doing that for 16 years. So I'm licensed in D.C. and Maryland. And not only do I sell real estate, one of my main objectives is to educate our buyers. So I'm doing a lot with educating buyers and educating investors in the Maryland and D.C. area. And I've been working real hard. I've been on my grind.
You know, I was on Facebook last week, and you took us on a tour of a house in D.C.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, my God. That house. I
missed that.
If you see the outside of it, it doesn't look huge. But when you took us inside and took a tour, I was amazed at the space.
Did you see Charlene's tour that she did? She came
so
to my she came to my sip and see.
Oh
and
no, that was an amazing house. You missed that one right
there.
Oh,
see, and you didn't tell me
Will you all let me know what we're having these?
I haven't wait
a minute. Can I brag about my sister?
Wait a minute.
She's first class. Let me tell you. So I walk into this place and I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, this is DC, definitely. You know, like. Tell me the street again.
It's 1503 Decatur Street.
So we were on Decatur Street. So back in the day, I heard that was the place to be. But you know, over time, things happen, right? So I'm in the neighborhood. I'm like, whoa. And I look at this house, and I'm like, whoa. Like it looks like I live in a newer community, and I'm looking at this house like, what is it doing here? Like, you know, like it looks like that to me, like his historical house remodel. And I walk inside, the address is like up in these big golden letters on the door. The porch is nicely painted. It's a wraparound porch that goes up, and you look up and you can see someone standing on the balcony of the side of a bedroom. I'm like, oh my God. Let's go in. Let's go walk in, and you're looking at these like wooden floors.
Not yet, but y'all can buy it.
Yeah, but you can buy it.
Yes, I need a buyer.
Let me tell you something. Let me get this part. So the food was laid out, like the caterer, like the bomb. I'm sitting there looking at chicken wings. He's like trying to make me fat. Like, you want a chicken wing? I'm like, yeah, I want a chicken wing. What, you just on Channel 9? You're like, so she had that caterer there, the little pots.
Both of my caterers were on Fox 5.
Are you serious?
Pepsi, D, Sweet Cakesy, and Mr. White's Wings. So both of them. That's what I like to do. When we talk about networking, our folks.
That's right. That's right.
So I invite them out to cater my events.
That's what I'm talking about.
You guys can come out because I'm having an event on Tuesday
at
the same property. It's going to be a broker's open, but I'm doing sushi. You like sushi?
I love sushi.
So I'm doing sushi and mimosas. And it's for lunch. 1503 Decatur Street Northwest.
You know what? When I was growing up, that was the one street you do not go to unless you knew somebody. So that neighborhood has changed.
It's 16th Street Heights, and it's phenomenal now.
16th Street Heights. Check that out.
So if you got a buyer, that price is $1,258,000.
Whoa. And then 1.2 million. Hey, come here to stay home.
New neighborhood.
I will show you how to get into that home. So.
I have to ask you this question. I know during the recession during 2008, what I heard was that D.C. was the only area that was not upside down. Is that true?
Absolutely. D.C. is always thriving. D.C. is a growing market.
That's a good thing.
And when my investors purchased that house, as is, we purchased it for $675,000. As is.
Wow.
So it's thriving. And I have another one coming on a market on Iowa, 4817. That was going to be 1.4. Whoa. So I'm trying to, stay up there.
Did you not blink?
Yeah. And you know what?
I feel great about my $1 million. I worked hard to get there. So, yeah.
One of my favorite programs is $1 Million Listing.
Yes, mine too.
So I know you're in that.
I'm going that direction. Yeah, all the way up. I'm going up.
That's the way you do it. This is the $1 Million Lister here in DC, guys. Just want to let you know.
But can I say this? Out of thousands and millions of realtors in RE/MAX, she is number 89. Don't give that up.
Right.
State of Maryland, I am. I saw that last night. So yes, and I also like to. Amber, who was my assistant, I keep saying assistant, she's now Amber my buyer's agent, and she's on fire. So even though you hear the $1 million price tag, my heart and my passion is with my first-time home buyers. Okay, so I'm still there. I go 100 all the way up to $1 million. So I'm not, I work with all buyers. So
my son went to your boot camp last week.
He did?
Yes, my grandson. I'm sorry, Dante.
Oh, Dante?
Yeah, Dante, who's the co-producer, camera person here.
Did Dante make it?
Yes, he did.
See, you so busy.
Okay.
You got all them.
Hi, Dante.
Hey. He had a gig today, so he couldn't be here.
Hey, Dante. Yeah, because I got so many things that I'm planning, and I have
enjoyed it though.
He did good, wonderful. Because I have another investment for first-time investors. If you're looking on Wednesday, Wednesday evening, it's in Rockville, and it's 7529 Standish Place. And that's in Rockville, Maryland.
It is, yeah.
And it's in the main conference room, and we will serve dinner. And we're going to talk about first-time investors. Because I have a lot of people who often reach out to me about investing, but, you know, we need to educate on how you get monies for investing, how you find the right properties, and building the right team.
What time is this be?
It's going to be from 6 to 8 p.m. And that's Wednesday, May 2nd. So anybody who's, because I often get inboxes a lot, and I'm overwhelmed because it's really hard to sit down and show you that process like an hour. So it's the information. It's free. So come on out. I have a few seats left because a lot of people are interested.
I have one question. Do you have classes for persons who are just going into real estate? Because I have a friend who was interested, and I told her about you. So do you have that type of class, or what would you recommend?
Mentorship. Well, once you're licensed, it all depends on.
She's not licensed yet.
She's trying to get there.
She's taking her test.
So she has to really determine what she wants to do in terms of if it's going to be a full-time thing for her or part-time.
Okay.
I don't mind mentoring, answering questions. I don't mind doing that, but education. Okay, educating herself. And
that's what she wants to know.
And she needs to know what she wants to do. No, but one good is she in class already?
I'm not sure.
One great real estate school that I recommend is Weichert Real Estate Institute. That's who I started with. And the thing about it, they have ongoing, training, and they're very good for agents looking to start up, And some people can do it online, but I prefer classroom. I'm a classroom, but I am going to start doing on Tuesdays or Wednesday. I'm trying to determine. I don't know if you all saw my credit online. I did a live on credit. And so I just got into it. I was supposed to be talking about something else, but it ended up being a 45-minute credit because I had questions. Because it's important. That's the main objection.
Especially first-time home buyers.
Yes, and everybody, you can't hide it. It doesn't go away. I did it. My first divorce, I buried it. And I did everything with cash. I really didn't care. I was so fed up because I had created so much debt, and my ex didn't have anything in his name, and it was all in my name. So when he left, it was me. And I looked at it, I was like, okay, baby, I ain't touching that. So I buried it, but you have to deal with it. And you don't go out and pay a lot of people a lot of money to fix your credit up. Okay. So I educate on that too in my classes. And it's instead of you paying somebody $4,000 to fix your credit up, go take care of your debt. And stop running these credit cards up. Interest rate is crazy. And the truth of the matter, you need to really stay under 30% of your debt. So if you're going to spend it, you need to pay it back at the end of the month. Because really your credit does take a hit, for having so much debt, because you don't have. You have $10,000 worth of credit, but you only have $1,000 available. Who wants to lend to you then? You've used all that debt, and what are you using it for as well? So I'm definitely about educating my buyers. Amber and I both. That's just what I'm going to be doing. Also, I'm a co-author in a book. I'm not going to say too much about it because we're going to launch in June.
Awesome.
And my chapter is called Fear, Faith, and Restored. Testimony of a Married Woman.
Go ahead.
So,
I love that.
And I'm speaking about a lot because when we don't consult God first, when we don't consult God first about our mates and our children and their roots, and how I got into so much debt, etc. So, it is power in me giving my testimony and sharing it with other women.
That is amazing. I can't wait to read that.
Okay, so that's just a whole nother story. Do you have anything else you want to share?
There was a round. Tell us about your round table.
That is my round table. I'm doing a and the reason why I call it a round table is because it's informal. It's not. You can sit down and we really are going to talk. And roll out. I don't like it. Everybody's all uptight, and we got to talk about it. My father said, "Ask any question when you're thinking about it. Ask it. There's no dumb questions. It's dumb when you don't ask." But so I'm excited. I'm excited about what God is doing. In my life, I'm making some moves, and I'm gonna take a lot of people with me.
There you go.
And
That's where you do
I appreciate you guys because it's really about networking. It really is a sisterhood. You guys are doing it. I'm gonna. Y and I are with Black Girls Rock, so that's another thing. You guys can go to blackgirlsrock.com. Black Girls Rock DMV.
Exactly.
So we just had a prom. We just had a drive for the prom to collect prom dresses, and we're sending 3 young ladies to the prom. And since I'm on public relations, it's only right for me to share. One of the young ladies really, we had it open for young ladies. We were only sending 3, and we only got 3 applications. And all 3 of the ones that we got, that's what God wanted. He already set it up. We didn't have to choose. So they're going to get full makeovers. They're going to get their hair done. They're going to get prom dresses. They're going to get transportation. They're going to have a photo shoot. And that's going to take place on May 18th at 3 Divas Design Studios.
May 18th.
May 18th.
So
yes.
we need to be there.
Yes. And that's 9311 Old Marlboro Pike in Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
They got some nice dresses there.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. And so if you still want to donate, go to blackgirlsrockdmv.com. You can donate some accessories, and we really do need some transportation, guys. We was thinking, I think we may have transportation but if we can give the girls individual, that would be awesome.
They all go to different schools.
They all go to the same school, so they're gonna leave. They're gonna leave from the same location. They're gonna be. My girlfriend donated her studio. She has a modeling studio. So she donated that for all the girls to get ready.
Somebody out there with a limo.
Please.
Yes.
Make somebody's dream come true.
Yes.
Prom dream. Yes.
DMV, you know who you are.
Right. And you can, contact Y because she's my chair and I'm the co-chair of public relations, and we can meet you guys to pick up the donations. But Black Girls Rock, DMV.
Woo! Yeah. Any particular sizes on the gown?
Well, we actually are looking for larger sizes because we have a lot of small, so 16, 18, 20. So we are looking for some bigger size. And what we're going to do with the rest of the gowns is that we're going to give them out to other young ladies because we have a lot. So we're letting them choose, and then we're going to, other young ladies who need gowns, and there's some fabulous. So if anybody, if you're out there looking for a prom dress for your senior that's coming up, don't feel bad about it. Feel good because we have them. Somebody has donated them, and we want to help you guys. So you guys can reach out to Black Girls Rock DMV and Facebook page. We're on Instagram, so we can help somebody else out.
Is that even for this year? If you're over,
it's now. We have plenty. We have over
that's
enough,
wonderful.
So we have them now. So
that's wonderful.
Yes,
You
definitely.
start out with 3 and may end up
yes,
with,
we probably got like 50 if I would guess.
And that's good to know, so people know that they can still come into.
Absolutely, and send your daughter to the prom. Save your money. Don't be struggling to get a dress. We have plenty of dresses available.
Awesome.
Good
job.
That's
awesome.
All
right, guys. Well, it's time for another commercial break. And we want to thank you.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome information. Love it.
Be right back. All right.
Along with Then Sings My Soul Productions, is pleased to announce Wyoming Paris's Then Sings My Soul musical. The TSMS group is seeking support in our movement concerning domestic violence. This soul-stirring stage production is not to entertain, but to educate, encourage, and help eradicate this horrible disease that's plaguing women, men, and children who are affected daily in households across the world. Please join us in supporting 3-year-old Skylar Johnson's Scholarship Fund. Skylar's grandmother was murdered by her fiancé, then leaving Skylar's mother at age 3 to be raised by her uncle and maternal grandmother. To make your tax-deductible donation to a Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund, and for ticket information on Then Sings My Soul stage play in Brooklyn, New York on May 5th and 6th, visit thensingsmysoul.org. That's w.thensingsmysoul.org. Vox Radio, along with Then Sings My Soul Productions, is pleased to announce Wyoming Paris's Then Sings My Soul musical. The TSMS group is seeking support in our movement concerning domestic violence. This soul-stirring stage production is not to entertain, but to educate, encourage, and help eradicate this horrible disease that's plaguing women, men, and children who are affected daily in households across the world. Please join us in supporting 3-year-old Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund. Skylar's grandmother was murdered by her fiance, then leaving Skylar's mother at age 3 to be raised by her uncle and maternal grandmother. To make your tax-deductible donation to a Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund and for ticket information on Then Sings My Soul stage play in Brooklyn, New York on May 5th and 6th, visit thensingsmysoul.org. That's www.thensingsmysoul.org.
Right. Wow, wow, wow.
That was
we got
fast.
another sister
Great.
up in here.
Watch out.
We don't play. I really want to let everyone know Erica just joined Sisters for Sisters Network.
Yes. New members.
Yes. And that's one of the things that we love doing. We want to bring our sisters, have them engaged in our show. And because this Saturday is entrepreneurship, what perfect time is to bring you on, okay?
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here.
You're looking gorgeous. I mean,
gorgeous. I know. We
got the colors today. We coordinated.
I got the memo.
Yes. That's right.
Erica, come on, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll ask you some questions.
Okay. My name is Erica Ahmed. The name of my company is called The Green Laundress.
I love it.
Yeah, thank you. It's been around formally since the end of 2015, but this started many, many years ago. This has been a long journey. Yes.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Tell us about this.
I want to tell you about the product. I'm getting so excited. I want to tell you about it.
Well, you tell it. Let's finish telling us about the product.
So this started because when my daughter was born, almost 13 years ago now, she was born with very dry, very itchy skin. And I didn't know what to do, so I went ahead and I tried all the cleaning products that were in the grocery store, and I, went through all of them. And then the reality hit me. There is nothing here working for this child. Her skin was itchy, red, inflamed, and angry. My background is not in chemistry, but it became that. Jumped in the kitchen and began experimenting, because when you have a child that is in pain, a child that is, so uncomfortable, as a mom, you have to do something.
It motivates you.
Right. Yes, every day and every night that they're crying and itching.
Right. It's a motivation.
Yes.
That's the motivation. Yeah.
Awesome. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. So tell us about your product.
Each one.
Okay, so this product line, there are 3 products. One is called the laundry soap, which is the equivalent of using like laundry detergent. The other is the multi-purpose spray, and as the name implies, you can use it for, I don't know what you can't use it for. You can use it for just about everything under the sun. And the last one's called tub scrub. And the name there sort of implies it's just for the tub, but it's for the tub, the toilet, the counters, caked on food and the dishes, everything.
Really? So it's that strong?
It's that strong without the chemicals. It's natural, non-toxic. Yes.
And you know, because I've had such a hard time when I go buy natural products. I'm like, I just don't feel like they're cleaning if I don't smell it. Right. What? Can you put some Lysol smell in there?
You don't have to scar your lung. It really does work. You're allowed to be healthy.
Right, y'all understand what I'm saying, right? Like, I've used that, so I'm like, I'm going to need you to clean a little bit more. Right. This ain't working.
Right. I'm not confident enough right now.
But you know, it was so funny because I used your product this past weekend, and I kept looking for the smell, and I wasn't getting it, and I'm like, this stuff ain't working. And then I started spraying it, and oh my God, my glass was so clean.
Really?
Oh, it goes on so nice and smooth, which I really like about it.
Oh, see, I'm looking for one that's street, you know.
Okay. And it doesn't.
Yeah, so that's
no
street. Oh my God.
I want to
ladies would
drink it.
Close, but don't.
No, let me tell you what, I'm at this event, and the lady said, it's so, listen, this is so natural that you can drink it. And she started drinking it, and then she started coughing, just like, you idiot. I'm like, you do something. Anything's gonna clean my toilet is a no-no. I got lavender, strawberries in it, whatever. This smells so good.
Let me try it. Yes.
So thank you for not putting that disclaimer out there that we can drink it.
No. But you can clean with it. And I also use it also as a hand sanitizer. Like I don't use the standard hand sanitizers. And a recent study came out and said that we should not be using them because they are not. Yeah. A study came out less than a year ago saying that they are not.
I've heard that before.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if
so
if I'm flying and if I'm out somewhere, I just use
smells
my
good.
multi-purpose spray.
Because
antibacterial and antifungal.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Well, now what about to clean that sink?
Yes. So, first of all, I use that as well. But if I have some like caked on food, this is when I use the tub scrub.
Oh,
and you can open it and smell that too. And like I said, the dirtiest of dishes, it will get clean.
And I see the base here is baking soda, so that's really cool.
I'm looking at the sizes of the products. Does that mean this is very concentrated, or do you have to dilute it with water?
This will last you forever.
It just opens you up.
You just need to use.
It's like it's.
I want to smell it.
This reminds me of Vicks Vapor Rub.
Exactly. I got the eucalyptus in it and the rosemary combined.
Right.
Too cool.
But a little bit of that goes a long way.
Yeah. See, that's good to know because it's like you're looking at the small.
It smells good.
They're concentrated, but you don't need to use water with that.
Okay.
Oh,
and for that, there's a little bit of water.
We need smell-o-vision.
Yeah,
we need smell-o-vision.
Wow. You need a scratch and sniff on the label.
It will open you up. But you won't cough, you won't choke, you don't have to send the kids out to clean or open the window.
Right. Okay. Like that commercial where they're jumping out the window when they spray the
This is the laundry soap. Instead of using the detergent, you can open that too.
Oh, really?
And for Mother's Day, we're sending it in glass jars because it's eco-friendly, and then you'll get the standard recyclable and reusable bags as well.
What is this? It just spilled all over my
Are we going to fall?
That's the travel size.
Are we going to fall in love with cleaning?
I need a maid. I just envision all my glasses being clean now.
I'm telling you. Imagine a maid using this stuff.
So this travel. Oh, that's the thing. People say they're cleaning. People really appreciate having a product that doesn't make them choke. Because you know what? 6% of cleaning people, janitors, custodians, they experience chemical burns every year. 6%.
Wow.
So the people that know that have their cleaning staff use this are very appreciative of it because they're just sort of like entrenched in these chemicals. They're in a chemical bath all day long.
Right, they really are. You know what? I heard my doctor say that you can burn your nose out, like mixing, because I'm famous for it, because I grew up for it, like on Saturday cleanings, right? So, like, we used to mix, like, what do you call it? Pine Sol.
Oh, yeah.
I want somebody. And some lemonade and some lemonade. Don't pay me no attention. Some lemonade.
Don't do this at home. Don't do this at home.
Don't do this at home. But Clorox and Pine Sol. Your mama didn't do that. A little bit of tablespoon. Yes, and the doctor said you cannot do that because the odor I was getting.
It's a chemical.
It's like, don't. Yes. We don't know that back in the 70s. We need that toilet clean, and mama didn't know her windowsill and her baseboards was being cleaned.
That's right.
We were burning our noses.
Imagine your lungs, and this our organ is our skin. All that's being
and if you have
absorbed.
children, that's even triple.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Oh, goodness.
So can you imagine not only if you were like living in housing or whatever, the lead poison and those mothers that were so super clean in that area, like they were using it.
Yes.
They're saying, we're clean, honey. Yeah, you're clean, but you're still hurting yourself.
Right.
So educating,
and what is clean at that point? Exactly. And to your point, a lot of people don't know this. The indoor air quality tends to be 2 to 5 times as toxic as outdoor air quality.
Why is
that?
Yes.
I believe
because
that.
again, it's the concentration,
and it stays there.
Right,
All the stuff is
right.
That makes sense.
So it's the cleaning products. It's the foods that we're eating that are mimicking chemicals. It's everything. It's our clothing. I mean, it's everything. And so it's
and that's why they say take your shoes off when you come into your house, because it's like, look at all the germs we're bringing.
And just open your windows sometimes and air your home out. Absolutely.
Yeah, I do that. I do that. I tell people not to be walking in my house.
So,
she means it.
Do you market to, who do you market your products to?
I market them, well, initially I was marketing to other parents like me, like, I got to answer for the crisis. So, and then, but secondly, what I found that probably the largest growing population that's using my products are people that are grappling with asthma, other respiratory issues, and people that are cancer survivors as well. A lot of their families and caregivers have been buying in the products to use to clean, but because they already have a compromised immune system, you don't want to further compromise it using chemicals and different cleaning products.
So you solve a problem.
You solve an amazing problem.
And the bottom line is we want to leave a clean footprint.
Right. Like, we're eco and people friendly. Absolutely.
That's
tread lightly on Mother Earth.
Right. I mean, we're trying to eat clean.
How does anyone get your product?
You can visit us at www.thegreenlaundress.com. And we're also on Instagram, Facebook, and I tweet occasionally. Yes. But we are hoping to get into some local stores here in Prince George's County in the next 30 to 60 days.
What about D.C.?
Well, I'm not opposed to it if you know something like that.
So do you have distributors for your product also?
No, not as of right now.
Okay, cool.
I can see something like Whole Foods or, some of the other eco-friendly type markets.
And persons that do personal cleaning, because I have my cousins in Virginia, they have a cleaning company. And he raves about a cleaning product that he uses, so I'm going to make sure I recommend your products to him and his wife. So anybody who have a cleaning business, please give Erica go to her email address, which is thegreenlaundress.com.
Yes.
And just one more question from the audience before we're going to take this break. They said, what about bake on, burns and pans and
okay. You did mention that.
Which one is that?
The tub scrub.
Oh, that's this one.
Just add a little water to it.
This one?
Yes.
This one?
Yes.
Does it have baking soda in it?
Yes. The base of it is baking soda.
My maid told me about baking soda.
That's the secret. Baking soda.
Baking soda is magic.
Magic.
But her stuff is magical. Order her stuff. Tell them your address one more time before we go on this break.
www.thegreenlaundress.com.
All right. Thank you guys. We'll be right back after these messages.
We're going to clean up some things. Excellent. That was awesome.
Radio, along with Then Sings My Soul Productions, is pleased to announce Wyoming Paris's Then Sings My Soul musical. The TSMS group is seeking support in our movement concerning domestic violence. This soul-stirring stage production is not to entertain, but to educate, encourage, and help eradicate this horrible disease that's plaguing women, men, and children who are affected daily in households across the world. Please join us in supporting 3-year-old Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund. Skylar's grandmother was murdered by her fiance, then leaving Skylar's mother at age 3 to be raised by her uncle and maternal grandmother. To make your tax-deductible donation to a Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund and for ticket information on Then Sings My Soul stage play in Brooklyn, New York on May 5th and 6th, visit thensingsmysoul.org. That's www.thensingsmysoul.org. Vox Radio, along with Then Sings My Soul Productions, is pleased to announce Wyoming Paris's Then Sings My Soul musical. The TSMS group is seeking support in our movement concerning domestic violence. This soul-stirring stage production is not to entertain, but to educate, encourage, and help eradicate this horrible disease that's plaguing women, men, and children who are affected daily in households across the world. Please join us in supporting 3-year-old Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund. Skylar's grandmother was murdered by her fiance, then leaving Skylar's mother at age 3 to be raised by her uncle and maternal grandmother. To make your tax-deductible donation to a Skylar Johnson Scholarship Fund and for ticket information on Then Sings My Soul stage play in Brooklyn, New York on May 5th and 6th, visit thensingsmysoul.org. That's www.thensingsmysoul.org.
And then we bring the doctor in to talk
fix
about
it up,
right?
for real. And we're gonna put a stamp on it now. Okay, we're all clean. Now we're
going
gonna
to the mansion first on 16th Street.
Right. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, moving to the mansion.
Right.
Have them come in, clean up
the mansion,
and then bring the doctor in.
Bring the doctor in,
talk about it.
Hey, make sure we're okay. Our hearts can take it, right? Okay.
It's gonna be amazing.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Yes.
We got another sister.
All right.
So glad to have
the
a
doctor
doll
in the
baby.
house.
Yeah, thank you.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Dr. Rochester.
Yes.
Woo. We
All
love
right.
it. I was waiting for this day. Oh my God. I like medical doctors. I used to want to be a doctor when I grew up.
Did you?
Yeah. North Carolina A&T.
It's not too late.
It's not. It's never
It is too late.
Oh, she said it is. If she said it is,
I feel like
it is.
like that.
I'll be the other doctor. This one right here. So definitely, we're happy to have you.
Thank you. I am happy to be here.
Tell us a little bit. First, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll have a question or two for you.
Sounds good. So I'm Dr. Nicole Rochester. I am a board-certified pediatrician. I've been practicing medicine for over 20 years.
All right.
And I am the founder and CEO of Your GPS Doc, LLC.
Isn't that nice?
Oh,
I love that.
Now, what is that?
When I saw that, I said, okay.
GPS doc. Now, I want to know about the GPS.
I want to know about all this stuff, but let's talk about her pediatrician practice right now. Where's that located exactly?
So I actually left clinical practice in order to focus on the company. So I was a pediatrician and a pediatric hospitalist, which means I worked in a hospital setting. And I left in July so that I could focus on my company. So I still do a little bit of work at the hospital because I love the babies.
Extra entrepreneur.
Yeah.
All right. All right. That's
That's
great.
How many doctors out there would take that sandball? Yes. I was just with Jean last night. They wrote, "You are a dad." I'm sorry, I try not to curse, but you are a bad A. Okay. And one of the things she talked about was stepping out of your comfort zone for what you know you're called to do, and jump right into it. So to go from to me, that comfort, what you call that, the life as a doctor, and jump right into your dream. So talk to us about GPS. What is this about?
Yes. So Your GPS Doc is a health advocacy and consulting company, and the mission of Your GPS Doc is to help families that are caring for aging or chronically ill individuals navigate the healthcare system. Wow. So that sounds a little complicated. Let me try to explain it a little bit better. Really, the two key words for my company are caregivers and healthcare. So let's talk about the caregiver. Everyone listening right now either is, has been, or will be a family caregiver. And many of us don't even realize that that's what we are. And so a caregiver is defined as someone who helps a spouse,
a partner, a parent, a child, any other family member, friend, or neighbor with activities of daily living and or medical tasks. And so that can be as simple as driving your elderly parent to the doctor's office, or it can be as complex as changing your husband's bandages on a wound, to looking for a nursing home for your mother or your grandmother. All of those tasks involve caregiving, and we know that there are over 44 million Americans that are caregivers for their family members. And this is unpaid care, and we're not trained how to do it. No one tells you what to do.
No, they do
and so there's a big need. And in terms of health care, I don't have to tell any of you that health care is extremely complicated and confusing. We are rushed in and out of doctor's offices and hospitals and emergency rooms.
And it's real rush.
We don't understand our health. It is a rush.
It's a rush.
And we don't understand our health insurance benefits. We don't have that quality time that we used to have with our doctors, and so no one's explaining anything.
No, they're not.
And so that's really where I can step in.
We really need an advocate, especially as you get older, because you get confused, and so many just really don't understand.
That's right.
So I admire you for this GPS, because to maneuver through all the thickness, through all the insurance, what am I covered for?
That's right.
What am I really covered for?
Yes.
And it's like, and you have the co-pays, and then a lot of times we don't know how to deal with doctors that we don't agree with. That's the biggest thing. And so you end up keeping the same doctor. The doctor keeps. I say that because I have a friend who's going through that right now, and the doctor is almost to the point saying, "Oh well, maybe you need to see a psychiatrist or something, maybe, or maybe you need to take better care of yourself." So these are the type things I've heard from different people over the years. And I've experienced it myself.
I'm sure.
You go into a doctor's office and you go and you tell them all your symptoms, and they come up with a nose spray. There's nothing wrong. I know I have congestion, but that's not why I'm really here. So how do you deal with a doctor? That those type things that you feel is not.
It's not even a.
They're not. I need you, and I need you to focus in on what I need.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I think the reality is that the good old days where you had that family doctor that knew you, your mom, your dad, knew the whole family.
Whatever happened to that,
those days are essentially over, and it's no fault of the doctors, but the healthcare system is such that there's just a lot of external pressures. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of hoops that doctors have to jump through now, and there's a lot related to reimbursement and health insurance. So you get a lot of paperwork. So you have a very limited amount of time with your healthcare provider. And so, they just don't have the time to explain some of these things with you. And it's not that they don't care, it's not that they don't want to do it, but they literally can't. And also, to be honest with you, some of the navigation part, a lot of doctors don't even know. I mean, it wasn't until I cared for my dad that I learned some of these things that I'm now sharing with other people. And when you're in it and you're in the thick of it, that's when you start to realize. So I think, one of the things that I talk about a lot with my clients is just advocating for yourself. So you asked about, what do you do if you don't agree with your doctor? You have to speak up. You have to speak up. You have to advocate for yourself. If you're caring for a loved one, you must advocate for your loved one. And I think we forget that we are the experts. It doesn't matter how much training somebody has. No one knows you like you. No one knows your mom, your dad, your child.
And you're living day by day in that household with that individual, so you see what's going on with them.
That's right.
And you might not have the medical skill set to really deliver what the results of what's going on with that individual, but you see the day-by-day activity of that individual.
That's exactly right. And that information is incredibly important, and it's up to us to make sure that we get that voice heard.
Wow, man.
That's awesome.
That is so good. So what about the people that do not have insurance? I know my sister, who's younger than me, in her 40s, had a stroke recently, and they had to basically resuscitate her because she was basically found at the house.
Gosh.
And it got to the point where she actually, just be real, like she basically had urinated on herself at that time because she had almost fallen out. And her daughter found her just in time, the ambulance said. And so they had to put her in a coma. And they said, listen, we're going to have to freeze her brain or whatever they said. I'm like, I don't know any of those terms. So I'm here in Maryland. She's there in North Carolina. I'm like, I have no clue what they're talking about. Right. And I was just like, you talk about someone that was stiff for a whole day or two before I even made a call. I didn't even know what to think. I'm like, she is like younger than me. Yes. This can be me. Like, what is going on in her? What's going on in her life? And the number one thing I knew was stress.
That's right. I knew you were going to say that word.
It was stress. You know, she had that son and things are happening with him and just family things that was happening that we didn't know about. But then as people begin to talk, you're like, this is stress. This is something that she could have avoided. And you were literally about to die at your own. Wow. Check this out. This is how good it was that she's told me that the night before something told her to go stay up at her daughter-in-law's home.
Wow. Isn't that something?
And so if she would have been home by herself, she could have died.
Yeah, that's right.
So the daughter-in-law, after she dropped off the children at the bus stop, she had taken her time, and she said she knows that she wasn't up, and she normally gets up and hang out on the porch. And she just saw her looking weird and just looking at her weird, and the next thing you know, she's like, somebody said call the ambulance. She called my mom, and my mom is like, and she's like, girl, call the ambulance.
911.
Mama, that mama is like, something ain't right. Mama's like, what?
Right.
How long she been like that? So,
Right.
so, but thank God today I can say that, but she didn't have insurance either, but she's okay. You know, she came out of that through prayer.
Thank God.
Through prayer. Prayer really does work.
Yes, it does.
Because they put her under 2 times. She came back up, and they put her back under. She was brain dead. I'm telling you, I do believe in miracles.
Me too.
She's okay right now. You know, she got her speech back. She's walking, you know, she can still feel the sensation in her left a little bit. And it's like, I don't even want to think about that. But I was like, if I had to leave Maryland to take care of her, I'll be okay with that.
Right.
She's a good person, just eliminate that stress. But I wouldn't even know where to begin. All I would know is just like, oh, just sit here and talk to you. Want some coffee? Oh, you can't have coffee, okay? So it would be that process for someone like myself,
that's
for
right.
a loved one. And
and
you would be the person I would be calling, correct?
That's exactly right. That's a perfect example.
So how do we get in contact with you? That's most. Go ahead. One more question.
Well, I just wanted her to elaborate on the stress thing because so many of us are going through that, especially you know, working women and so forth. But even like with children, because you know they're being bullied and things going on in the schools and so forth. You know, how does one deal with that type of, you know, anxiety and stress in their lives?
Well, I think, you know, as even though I'm a physician, my role as your GPS doc is really more to help with the navigation. I will always tell people if you're having medical problems, psychological problems, you always want to consult your doctor. And we are under a lot of stress. That's just a reality.
Absolutely.
But in terms of, you know, the situation that you described, that's a perfect example of why people need health advocates like myself. And, you know, the reality is that you can't be expected to care for your sister, you know, handle all of her medical affairs, and then there's all the, you know, financial. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. If you don't have a medical background, you just don't know what to do. And so someone like myself, you know, anything from scheduling the doctor's appointments, helping you understand what's going on in the hospital when they're using all these fancy terms like you mentioned, and you have no idea what's going on, wrangling the medical team. Sometimes you can't even get to the doctor to give an explanation. So I'm that person that can help bridge that gap between the family members and the medical team to help you understand what's going on. And in your sister's case, she may have needed, you know, a nursing home care or rehab care. So I can help families locate appropriate facilities, help you understand what you need to look for when you're looking for a nursing home or a rehab facility, helping you fight those insurance bills when they deny some of the coverage that you absolutely needed when you were in the hospital. So there's a whole variety of services that I provide.
And it's funny that you say that because just most recently I had my mom is turning 85 and she is
looking good,
still holding on, real good, still holding on. But she has a pacemaker. She has some pains and whatever. So my sister asked me would I be able to take her to her doctor's appointment. They normally take care of that, okay? And I'm on this side of town. I had the opportunity to take her, and I had to experience what my other sisters have to do.
Yes.
Things that I don't see.
Right.
Yes.
You understand?
Right.
And luckily, it's not deep, but it will get there.
But you never
and
know
so
till you're
it
their
prepared
shoes.
me for what to do when the time comes when my mother's not able to care for herself.
That's right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
We all need to feel what it feels like.
Right. We have to know.
That's
right.
That's serious. Yeah. Scary
So do you
thoughts.
do more than the DMV area, or do you
So
referrals all over?
That's a great, So I primarily right now I'm focused on Maryland, but I do plan to offer virtual services in other states. And then on my website, which is yourgpsdoc.com, there are tons of useful articles and just free information that really chronicle my personal experiences while caring for my dad along with my sisters. And I just try to take all of the things, all of the hurdles that we faced. I write about those things and then teach people this is what you need to do in that situation. So I encourage you all to go to the website and read some of the blog articles. I also speak, so if you want me to come to your church or your community organization, I am more than happy to spread this information because knowledge is power.
Give us your website again.
It's www.yourgpsdoc.com.
Okay.
And before we close out, it's never enough time to have a powerful conversation.
And you have to come back.
And good information.
On the Health and Wellness Show.
I'd love to do that,
We would love for you to come back and just share. I wanted to say how we connected.
Yeah.
I found Dr. Rochester through Nextdoor. You're familiar with Nextdoor? That's the online community.
I've heard of Nextdoor.
Facebook,
yeah.
I've heard about it. I've never been on it.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's awesome. And I'm so glad that I did find you. I'm glad you were able to come to the show. We're going to have you come back. Absolutely. I had something I wanted to say to you. Oh, that's what it is. So I understand that you graduated from Johns Hopkins University out of Baltimore, which is my hometown.
Oh, yes.
And Sharon, she's a Delta.
I am.
Okay, Soros. I'm supposed to be at my sorority meeting right now. I'm not there.
You're about to leave.
Okay.
Shout out to DST.
There you go. My God. So look, what can we say? It's just never enough time, and we're going to have you come back.
I would love to. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
And just stay tuned for the next half.
Next
hour.
See, people don't know we have part 1 and part 2.
This is part one. So entrepreneurship to be continued.
That's right.
Right after the break.
We have a break.
So in the meantime.
All right, what time is it?
What time is it?
It's time for us.
It's time for you to walk in your purpose and prosperity. See you on the other side. Bye-bye. Woo. All right.